Good morning, students. Welcome for today's lecture. Today we are going to see investment process. Investment is employment of fund into any asset which will give you positive return. There are two types of investments: financial investment and economic investment. Then we saw various elements of investment, which includes risk, return, liquidity, safety, time horizon, tax benefit, etc. Now, today we will see what are the steps involved in investment process. If you have money with you and you want to invest it, that you have saved some money and you want to put it into a asset, when this thing or when this idea comes in your mind, that is the start of investment process. Person may save money from his income, and then he can think of putting that money into a productive asset from where he will get some income or return in future. So, the process of investment includes several steps. First step, identifying objectives and constraints of investment. See, whenever we start with any kind of activity, any study, then we keep objective, that what will be the final outcome of this activity, what will be the benefit of this activity. So any person who wants to start with an investment, he has to first set with the objective. So this step is considered as one of the most important steps in investment process. The investor needs to identify his or her true financial needs and objectives, both in short run and in the long run. Any investor, before starting the investment, he should find out what are his financial needs in long run as well as in short run, what he expects from that investment. So true financial needs and true objectives has to be identified. See, a person may have different objectives. Short run means for a short period, for immediate future, what he needs from the investment, and long run means for a long period of time, after several years, what are his expectation from the investment. So long run and short run objective has to be considered. Some of the common objectives of investment are like returns on investment, capital appreciation, safety and liquidity of investment, and tax benefit. Moreover, the constraints arising or resulting from investment are liquidity, tax horizon, tax, time horizon, etc. And an investor has to study all those things. He has to find out what are the objectives and what are the constraints. If I want to save 1,000 rupees, what is my objective behind that investment and what will be the constraint to that investment? That things has to be identified first. Therefore, this is initial step, and it is important step of investment process. Second is choice of asset mix. Asset mix means we can say it is combination of different assets and their proportions. After identifying and determining the objectives and constraints of your investment, an investor has to think about the asset mix he wants. That it's the most important decision in the investment process. That means an asset mix has to be decided properly. In broader sense, asset mix comprises of combination of various assets in different proportions. The appropriate asset mix depends mainly on the risk tolerance of the investor and the time horizon of investment. See, what kind of asset and their proportion you choose, it depends upon the risk tolerance and the time horizon. There are various assets: shares, debentures, mutual funds, then shares of various companies, mutual funds of various schemes. Then which company, how many shares, for how many period, these all things are generally, we can say, generally decided or studied in the second step, that is choice of asset mix, different assets and their proportion. Now any person who is having who wants to go for less risk, then he will choose that kind of that kind of assets at major proportion. The one who is risk aggressive and he wants to take more risk for more returns, then he will choose the assets where he will get this type of more risk and more returns. One who is stable, don't want to take any risk, he can prefer major proportion of government securities. So here the person will decide about the asset mix, which kind of securities he will prefer and what will be the proportion of that securities or that assets. Then uh, choice of asset mix is also depends upon the time horizon, the period for which you are going to hold the investment. If you're going to hold for a very short period, then the combination will change. And if you want to go for a longer period investment horizon, then the choice will be different. So generally, asset mix choice is it depends upon the risk tolerance and time horizon of investment. Third step. Third step is formulation of portfolio strategy. Now, in this step, investor formulates portfolio strategy. Once a certain asset mix is chosen, an appropriate portfolio strategy has to be chalked out. This involves creating a strategy that combines investors' goal and objective with the financial market, with current financial market and economic condition. An investment strategy should be such that it suits the investor's need and provides maximum returns at minimum risk. Once you decide about the asset mix, you choose about the asset mix, then next step is formulating portfolio strategy. In this, an investor chalk out his strategy, that what are his objectives or what are his goals and what is current market condition. The assets in current market condition and the goals and objectives set by the investor. He has to see both the things, whether what is my objective, what is my goal, that type of assets are available in the market or not, what I have decided about the investment, and which choice I am going to make about the assets, whether those assets are there or not, whether my objective and the assets are matching or not, my needs and assets available in the current market are matching or not. So every investor has to think about it and devise a proper portfolio strategy where objectives, goals of investors will match with the current market condition and which will give him maximum return and minimum risk. So every investor has to prepare a portfolio strategy in a such a way that he will get maximum returns with minimum risk. Then fourth step is selection of securities. Selecting the securities. Securities means assets, financial assets traded in the financial market. That's securities. It may be shares, debenture, mutual funds, government securities. Many things are there that we will see in detail in our next video. Then selection of securities. The next step is selection of securities in which investment need to be made. Generally, investors are actively involved in selection of securities. Some of the factors that are taken in consideration while selecting the securities are yield to maturity, credit rating, term to maturity, tax shelter, and liquidity. Now, you have your objectives of investment. You have the choice of, you have asset mix, that mixture of assets which you want. You have devised a portfolio strategy that will give you maximum returns. Now you will select the security. See, whenever you go for purchasing any item, that may be your we can say routine daily home appliance also, we keep in mind with certain strategy, and various brands are available in the market. So you go and select a brand which is most suitable to with your budget, with your objective, with the space, with the color, whatever things you have set in your mind, you go on searching and you select that. Here also, investor selects securities. Whichever securities he wants, he selects the security. Then, uh, generally, investors take active part in this step. Whenever we select the securities, the investor has to study or look into the various points or various elements that are yield to maturity. Means when, if I am purchasing the security, I am purchasing a scheme, I am investing in a scheme for 5 years, what will be the value of that security after 5 years? How much amount of return or income I am going to get throughout the period I am holding that security? Then credit rating. Credit rating is what, giving ratings to the securities, A plus plus, A plus plus, like that. There are some institutes, agencies, those who give ratings to the company as well as to the securities, shares, debentures, other securities. So you can check with the credit rating given to that company or credit rating given to that specific asset. Then term to maturity. What is the term? Period. 5 years closing period, 7 years, 8 years, 2 years, 1 year, 5 months. What is the term to maturity? How many, what is the period that a person will hold that asset with him? So he has to think about that term. Then tax shelter. Tax benefit is a major feature of investment that people look into. So if you want to go for tax saving investment, so whether the assets you have selected that has tax shelter or not, whether the assets you have selected that will give you tax benefit or not, that thing a investor has to study or find out. Then he can go for selecting the securities. So selection of security, major part is, we can say, or active part is played by, or active part is taken by the investor. Then after selection of securities, investor moves to the next step. That is portfolio execution. Everything you have seen, what you want, what are your combinations, what is you have devised a strategy, and you have thought about selecting a particular asset or purchasing particular asset. Now you come to the step where portfolio has to be executed. Means what? Investment to be made. In this step, a customer makes an investment. That is, this is the phase of portfolio management which is concerned with implementing the portfolio plan by buying and or selling specific securities in given market. This is the step or phase at which investor purchases or sells the security. As per his need, he adjusts the portfolio. So this is called as portfolio execution. Now, when after purchasing securities, your portfolio is ready, then investor has to move further, and that is called as portfolio revision. Both markets and investors need change as the time changes. See, as time changes, market as well as needs of investors go on changing. So, in response to the changes or in response to the variations in the market, periodic rebalancing of the portfolio is required. Investor has to make revision in his portfolio. It may happen that whatever securities you have selected 2 months ago, 5 months ago, are not suitable for current market scenario. So you have to make the revision. And that revision has to be done periodically. And the portfolio should rebalance. It should not happen that your portfolio will become one-sided. That combination of security will become one-sided. It should balance again. So every investor has to revise the portfolio, and again he has to balance his portfolio, and that has to be done periodically. Regularly he has to check and revise the portfolio. Then last step in investment process is performance evaluation. The performance of portfolio should be evaluated periodically. The key dimension of portfolio performance evaluation are risk and return, and the key issue is whether the portfolio return is equivalent with the risk exposure. See, every investor has to check that whether his investment, whatever objective he has set, that objectives are fulfilled or not. Whatever return he is getting is matching with the risk exposure or not. For example, he is having a risk of 10% and he is getting return only 5%. So risk exposure is more than return. So whether risk exposure is matching to the returns or not, that investor has to check. Then such a review may provide useful feedback to improve the quality of portfolio management process on continuous basis. And if you go on doing this continuously, means after every 2 months, 3 months, you evaluate your portfolio, then definitely it will help you to manage your portfolio on continuous basis. Because when you evaluate, you will get some idea, you will get feedback, and you can use that information to adjust your portfolio throughout the period of investment. So this is a basic process of investment. What we saw today we saw investment process. Investment process has several steps. First is identifying objective and constraints of investment, where you decide about what are the objectives and constraints of your investment. Second is choice of asset mix. Asset mix is combination of various assets and their proportion. You have to make choice. Third, devising or formulating portfolio strategy. Your asset and your choice of asset and objective, you have to check it with current market and current financial system, and then formulate or devise a portfolio strategy. Fourth is selection of securities. Here, study the mark some point, maturity, yield, time, tax, and then select the assets or securities you need. Portfolio execution. Here, investor actually purchases or sells his investment and enters into he purchases investment and enters into investment. Then after periodical review, he can revise his portfolio and balance the portfolio. And every investor has to evaluate his portfolio periodically in order to continue the proper portfolio management process, and in order to get feedback and manage the investment activity. So this is about investment process. Thank you.